to Loyola Blakefield, the site of today's game between the Mount St. Joe Gales and the Loyola Dons. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. Big game today for Loyola. They have 4 left in the year before the Turkey Bowl. And we had a chance to catch up with Coach Zayu before the game. Let's hear what he had to say.
In the beginning of the season, so that it becomes a habit. And when you get to a team like this, you've already practiced on how to watch your film, how to break them down, what tendencies you're looking for. And when you kind of compare how well your preparation helped you in the week. So we hadn't really done anything differently. We just know the quality of the opponent. So it's more so getting guys to understand that and how they practice.
Lastly, who do you expect to be a game changer for the Dons and why?
Well, I mean, offensive line is the key, and if we're able to control the line of scrimmage, we'll have a great shot at being successful. We got skilled kids that can make plays, but they don't really do anything without offensive line play. And defensive line as well, too. They got a great passing attack. Billy Atkins, their quarterback's terrific. So that's what we got to do.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck today.
Thank you, Joe.
Kickoff is just about to happen. And Joe, just a little bit away from the start of this game, what are some of the key players on both sides today that can really have an impact?
Well, for MSJ, you definitely want to be looking out for quarterback number 10, Billy Atkins, as he can make great plays on offense at quarterback and special teams as a kicker and punter. You also want to be looking for running back and inside linebacker Marlo Wax, as he's made a great impact for the Gales. You also want to be looking out for outside linebacker Nate Slutsky, as he's provided a great force on stopping the run. And for Loyola, you want to be looking at the obvious Jordan Moore and Adrian Russell, the 2 sophomore wonders. And you also want to be looking at defensive ends Kian Callahan and Phil Florenzo.
All right, and the kickoff is just about to happen. Back deep for Loyola is Micah Robinson and Jordan Moore. Here's the kick, and we are underway. It's a perfect afternoon for football. Line drive kick, bobbled around the 10, picked up by Robinson, goes to his left, and breaks it to the outside before he's brought down.
Looks like Robinson had a little trouble keeping that kickoff under his possession and gets stopped around the 12-yard line.
So Moore at the helm of this offense is ready to go. Dons with a little bit of a tough spot here. They're around the 12-yard line to start things out. Moore with Russell to his left. Man in motion in the snap. It's a handoff to Russell, fights forward. Gains about 4 yards on that play.
Loyola's definitely been looking to drive the ball inside with Russell, as he's been dominant as a power back.
And this is a huge game for Loyola. MSJ, a very talented team. They defeated Calvert Hall. Snap to Moore, it's an end around. And Schleif is hit immediately. So third down. And we'll see what the Dons will do here. 3rd and 4. That last play picked up a yard. Moore with Russell right next to him. Here's the snap. Throw over the middle, it's caught and then dropped. So the drive stalls for Loyola, and they'll be forced to punt.
It looks like Schleif just wasn't able to hold on to the ball through traffic, and it gets poked out. Leads Dons now to a 4th and about 4, and they'll have to punt. Looks like they'll bring out junior punter Connor Gill for the punt.
The punt is away, and it sails onto the sideline. MSJ will get the ball right around midfield.
Good punt by Connor Gill, getting the ball to turn over and get a solid gain where the ball will be placed at the 50-yard line.
So our first look here at William Atkins, the Gales quarterback. He is the man at the helm of this offense, and we'll see what he can do here. First drive. Atkins with Wax to his right. Here's the snap. And they call Wax's number up the middle. Big gain. Wax at the 20, the 10, the 5, and touchdown, Mount St. Joe. So the Gales strike early. It took them one play.
Good job by Wax on that play, finding the hole wide open down the center of the field and just was able to take off and was not able to get caught.
Found a nice gap between the left guard and the center. Now Atkins on to attempt the extra point for Mount St. Joe. And the kick is good. 10:33 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 Mount St. Joe. So Joe, what did you see from that on that play for Mount St. Joe that was able to break off the big gain and take it for 6?
It looked like Loyola's defense was not able to get around, and MSJ's offensive line was able to open up a wide hole for Wax to go through. Wax's quick burst of speed was just too quick for anyone else on Loyola to stop as he went untouched into the end zone.
Zach Euler sends it deep. Robinson fields it cleanly this time. Up the middle he goes. And he's wrestled down right around the 22 or 23 yard line. So a tough start for Loyola. This is a big drive here as they'll look to rebound, get some of those points back. Another player to watch for the Dons. Tolker was just pulled up from JV. Look to see him at receiver today. It's a handoff to Russell. No gain on that play, maybe a half a yard.
It's hard there for Adrian Russell because a wide open hole, which he's been used to all year, hasn't really been opening up, and he's just getting stuffed by the MSJ defensive line.
MSJ in that 3-4 defense, the linebackers are doing a really good job so far plugging these holes. Moore rolls out to his left. Now cuts it back, he's gonna run with it.
It looks like there's a flag on the play. And it looks like it's going to be on Loyola. It looks like it's a holding.
Kean Callahan coming out of the game and Tolka replacing him. Two receivers split on each side. Now Russell in motion. Empty backfield for Moore. It's a screen and it's picked off. And running it into the end zone is Michael Swan.
Just an ill-advised throw there by Moore as he threw that tried to throw it over Michael Swan, but Swan able to get up there and pick that off for an easy touchdown.
So early in this one, the score stands 13-0 Gales.
It looks like that might be coming back on a block in the back penalty. It looks like MSJ will have to bring out their offense.
So Loyola's going to catch a break, and their defense is going to get a chance to keep those points off the board.
Loyola's going to have to be relying on their defensive line and linebackers looking to stop that run game.
Here's the snap. Throw to the end zone. He's got him open. Bad throw there by Atkins. He had his man wide open in the corner.
Looks like Atkins was a little off balance as he was throwing out and just threw it out over to the side, unable to get it for number 11, Dante Thornton Jr.
Really nice route there by Thornton. He separated himself from two defenders. Atkins getting the play call from the sideline. He's got Jordan Oliver in the backfield with him to his right. And Thornton has one-on-one. It's a handoff, and Loyola's all over it. It's Kern on the tackle there.
Great job by Thomas Kern and Joshua Buck meeting the running back behind the line of scrimmage to stop him for a loss. It'll now be 3rd and about 11.
So the official spot is going to be 3rd and 13. Tough spot here for Mount St. Joe. Moore and Henson, the corners on the left side. They've got a safety helping. Atkins steps up in the pocket, throws incomplete. So a nice little defensive stand by Loyola, and this field goal is not a gimme here.
And it looks like MSJ will be going for it.
Interesting call here by Mount St. Joe. They're going to keep the offense on the field, it looks like. Players moving around.
Looks like Loyola's going to drop back 2 safeties.
5 receivers set here for the Gales. Empty backfield. Here's the snap. Loyola rushes 4. It's a quarterback draw up the middle, wide open.
Smart play by MSJ there. Looking to draw out all the linebackers to give Atkins a wide open hole down the middle for an easy run for a first down.
And that was a really smart call. So Mount St. Joe's got a fresh set of downs now. They're at about the 10-yard line here.
Close enough that they'll be able to get a 1st and goal. Looks like they're going to go the 3 receivers set with tight end on the left side along with 3 receivers. And Marlo Wax on that same side.
Wax takes the handoff. Jump cuts left. And he's taken down. Picks up couple of yards on this play.
Solid run by Wax, looking to get it open and hopefully find his way to the end zone, but gets tripped up at about the 3-yard line. But it'll give the Gales a nice 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Michael Swan all the way on the right side has got one-on-one coverage. Here's the snap, play action, and Loyola gets to Atkins, but he was able to throw it away. It was Kean Callahan with the pressure.
Callahan's done a great job this season getting to the quarterback and forcing some ill-advised throws and getting some sacks and forcing a couple fumbles.
So Mount St. Joe subbing new players onto the field here. Trips to the right. And the handoff, touchdown, Mount St. Joe.
Good run by Wax up the middle, getting into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the day on only his 3rd touch.
So an explosive start here for Mount St. Joe as they lead 13-0, and with this extra point, 14-0. The kick is good. So an early 2-touchdown lead for Mount St. Joe. 7 minutes, 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And Joe, if you're Loyola, what are you going to do to get back in this game?
Loyola just needs to try to get their offensive pace up, as they've been looking slow on the first 3 drives, and they need to wake up and hopefully be able to get something going on the offensive possession.
Loyola 4-1 on the season. Mount St. Joe's record 5-1. Special teams units out here. And the kick is away. It's going to be fielded by Moore. Nice return for Jordan Moore out near the 30.
Solid return by Moore as he looked to find his way up the middle and gets to about the 30-yard line and give Loyola a solid field position.
So Loyola set for its next offensive series. Empty backfield for Jordan Moore. 3 receivers to his left and 2 to his right. Russell in the slot. Quick throw, incomplete.
Looks like Moore was looking for Noah Bull in that pass, but his ball was just a little low, and Bull was unable to get it. It looks like Moore is trying to get something going, but just hasn't been able to.
Moore gets the play call from the sideline. Tolker's out wide to the right of Jordan Moore. 3 receivers on the left side. Russell in the backfield with Moore. Now here's a shift. Moore takes the snap. It's a screen pass for Russell. And some room to run here for Russell. He's got a blocker. Russell taking it around the 45-yard line. So a nice pickup for the Dons. And Joe, we see the first sign of life here for the Loyola offense.
Definitely. Adrian Russell did a great job of making his way through space behind his lead blocker, Bennett Troy, as he was able to block number 24, Deshaun Jones, and able to get a solid pickup to get to the 45. But it looks like that play might be coming back from a penalty. And it will be a holding on Loyola. Big momentum killer there.
And that is a really tough pill to swallow for Loyola. Three receivers to the right and two on the left side. Russell again lining up in the slot. Moore by himself in the backfield. Quarterback draw. Moore makes a move. Picks up a solid gain.
More on that run, looking to get back the yards that they lost on that penalty. It'll be 3rd down and about 7 or 8.
And some movement up front.
It looks like it's going to be a false start on Loyola.
So this one's going to move back. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
Not what you're looking for there if you're Loyola. 2 straight penalties. Keep driving you back. Looks like they're going to go empty backfield.
5 receivers set for Moore. Moore escaping the pressure, looking upfield. Now he's going to try to run for it. Picks up a few yards before he's brought down.
Looks like Loyola's going to bring out their punter, Connor Gill, to punt the ball, as Loyola can't get anything going on that drive.
Yes, a really pretty rough start here for Loyola, but a lot of game left. We'll see if they can pick it up.
About 5 minutes, 55 seconds left in the quarter.
Gill punts it. And the punt is muffed, and he is immediately hit.
Good hit there by Michael Robinson, the freshman, and Trey Oakley on that punt.
And that is a really nice play for the Loyola special teams.
Looks like Maurice Nelson tried to catch the ball on that punt return and just dropped it and was not able to get anything going as he got rocked by Michael Robinson and Trey Oakley. Looks like they'll shift Wax over to the other side of the backfield.
Here's Atkins, looking to throw, and he's got his man. Across midfield to the 45, around the 42 or 43-yard line. So a nice pickup for Mount St. Joe, and that'll move the chains. Again, Wax slides up to the left of Atkins. 2 receivers split on each side. Here's the snap, play action. Looking deep, and he's got a man inside the 5, down to about the 4, the 3. Kyrie Barfield.
A great throw there by Atkins as he's able to get a nice drop and just launches the ball down to Barfield, who makes an excellent diving catch. And it looks like they'll spot him down at about the 2-yard line.
So Loyola's defense is back against the wall, looking to keep the Gales out of the end zone. It's a handoff, and Wax is taken down in the backfield. First one there was Michael Lutz.
Great job by Lotz there, breaking through the backfield and able to make the stop by Wax, and able to lose about 5 yards on that carry.
Second down from the 5. Atkins looking to throw on a fade. Did he get the feet down? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Dante Thornton.
Great job by Atkins and Thornton there, getting the ball on the outside of the end zone, and Thornton did a great job of dragging his feet, making sure he stayed in bounds against Jordan Moore.
Thornton got some separation on his man last drive, but the pass was incomplete. It was an errant throw. This time they get it to him, and this time it results in 6 points.
It's looking like there's going to be a big matchup out there on that outside between Dante Thornton and Jordan Moore.
Looked like somebody moved early on the line there, but no call. And the extra point is good. 21-0, Mount St. Joe over Loyola. So Loyola here, down 3 scores. They got to get something going here offensively.
Looks like Loyola's trying to be getting that passing game going, but Mount St. Joe's defensive line, especially their defensive ends, have been breaking through that line and forcing Moore to either pull the ball down or force the throw, which had led to that first interception that was intercepted by Michael Swan.
Here's the kickoff. Loyola's going to get another chance here offensively. Moore fields it deep. Really good kick, and he'll have to take it out. Moore makes a move. So the ball's going to be spotted around the 20-yard line. And Loyola discussing the game plan on the sideline. And so as we get into this crucial situation, Joe, where the Dons really need some points, what do you expect to see from them on this drive?
I'm expecting them to look to try to pound the ball down the middle, as right now they're bringing in their heavy lineup with the tight end and running back split.
Peter Lukish is lined up as a wide receiver here.
And it looks like they'll bring in big fullback Kevon Anderson.
Play action. Moore, and he's dragged down, swarmed by white jerseys. So really good pressure there by the Mount St. Joe front.
Great job there by Dom Troisi getting in through that line and able to grab Moore's jersey and drag him down and slow him down so his defense could able to stop him. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 15. We'll split 2 out to the right.
And this play goes nowhere.
Looks like they were looking for a reverse run to Kevon Anderson, but Anderson just got stuffed behind the line and ended up losing a couple yards.
Tolker now coming back out onto the field. Noah Bull is out wide to the right of Moore by himself.
Looks like they'll also bring in sophomore receiver Joshua Buck and freshman receiver Ben Schleif, and it looks like they'll have to call a timeout.
And with that, we're going to go to a quick break. It's 21-0 Mount St. Joe over Loyola. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. Loyola's got the ball here. 3rd and 17. Moore's going to keep it, and he's got some room to run. Around the 23 or 24-yard line. Solid pickup there for Jordan Moore, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. So the punt team coming out for the Dons.
Looks like Loyola's just trying to make a play with Jordan Moore on 3rd down, but MSJ's been figuring out a way to stop him.
Gill punts, and it's a pretty good punt. And it's fielded. And the tackle is made.
Great tackle there by
Thomas Bethune on the stop.
Bethune did a good job. Bethune did a good job of getting down there and making the stop, as he's done a very good job of doing that the past 2 years on the varsity team.
This crowd trying to light a fire under the Loyola defense. Here's the snap. Callahan coming in off the edge. Atkins steps up in the pocket, and the pass is... It's going to be ruled incomplete. Thought for a moment it might have been intercepted.
Great job there by senior captain and linebacker Mason Rush, as he comes down with the almost interception, but the ball gets ripped out at the last second. Looks like there is a flag on the play, and it'll be a holding on MSJ.
So that's a little boost for the Loyola defense. They do not get the interception, but they get the holding call. So Mount St. Joe is going to be faced. Pretty tough situation here.
On the near side of the field, you've got that matchup that we've all been looking at today. Jordan Moore versus Dante Thornton.
And he's got a man wide open, but he cannot make the throw.
It looks like he had number 7, Maurice Nelson, wide open down the sideline. It looks like there was a defensive miscommunication there. But Atkins just overthrows him by a couple yards, and the ball sails out of bounds.
We've seen Atkins do that a few times now today. But he has made up for it, making some really nice throws. Atkins and Wax in the backfield. One safety for Loyola in the middle of the field. And it's a handoff to Wax, and he's stopped immediately.
Will be stopped there by Joshua Buck and Kean Callahan.
So Loyola's defense having a nice drive here. They've got 3rd and 26. And we are under the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. Loyola blitzes 4. Kean Callahan nearly got him off the edge, and the pass is caught. Big play for Mount St. Joe.
Good catch by Maurice Nelson right there, as he finds a way through the Loyola defense and catches the ball and gets a good first down on a 3rd and 25.
And it might have been the same play that Nelson got open on, but Atkins couldn't hit him on the throw. I think that was the exact same play, and this time Nelson was able to make the catch.
And it looked like on that play they're just having Maurice Nelson run a wheel route, hopefully trying to set a pick on the linebacker who's covering him, and hopefully getting him open.
Atkins looks to throw. He throws out in the flat. He's got a man, and a really nice move.
Great play there by Andre Crawley, as he's able to get open on the flat route and able to make himself some space and get the first down.
Crawley standing at just 5'7", but he's a very elusive player. And now Noah Bull is going to be guarding Thornton. And Moore goes to safety.
Looks like Atkins is forced out of pocket on that play and is tackled once again by defensive end Kean Callahan. Callahan's been having a great game today as he's made multiple defensive stops. Looks like they've made a couple changes on the D-line, bringing in seniors Andy Jarris and Colby Young in at the end, and bringing in center Trevor Madigan, putting him at nose guard.
And batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by Thomas Kern there, finding wide open lane to Atkins and swatting that ball down.
3rd and 10 for the Gales, and this will be the last play of the first quarter. Atkins with Wax to his left. Gets the snap. And it's going to be a handoff. And Wax breaks the first tackle. And is eventually brought down.
He's brought down there by what looked like to be Mason Rush.
And it's going to be 4th down for the Gales. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back at the start of the second period. 21-0, Mount St. Joe leads Loyola.
Loyola Blakefield has educated boys in the Jesuit tradition since 1852. Each year, another group of us leaves the hollow as men for others with unlimited potential. We forge our own paths, spreading far and wide to make our mark upon the world. We represent multiple generations and possess unique gifts. But all dons are bound by one common thread, a transformation that was kindled right here at Loyola Blakefield. As we go forth and set the world on fire, we must never forget where that spark came from. Together, we must lay the foundation for future generations of Loyola dons. Together, we will ignite.
And we welcome all of you back. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. Second quarter just getting underway. It's 21-0 Mount St. Joe over the Dons. And Joe, what did you see from Mount St. Joe in that first quarter that allowed
Mount
them to
St.
get off
Joe,
this great lead?
Mount St. Joe was able to make a strong push on the offensive side, running some great combo routes and being able to find Maurice Nelson wide open with the great arm of Billy Atkins, along with the combo of the running game from Maurice Wax.
Mount St. Joe's got really good field position here. It's Wax. And he's taken down. And so the Loyola defense gets off the field. Mount St. Joe took the risk. They went forward on 4th down. They did not get it.
It looks like it'll be Loyola ball about the 7-yard line.
So that's a really great stand there by the Loyola defense.
Definitely. Loyola's done a great job of making those important defensive stands all season, but now they just got to look to capitalize off of them and hopefully score put some points on the board as they are still down 21-0.
Quarterback draw, Jordan Moore. Tries to bounce to the outside. Maybe got a yard.
So far this game, Moore has been trying to make plays with his legs. The passing game has been all clogged up, but Moore just hasn't been able to make the plays as he'll get there, but there will be a penalty bringing them back.
Moore off play action, and he's going to run it. And Moore makes a nice move. He's got blockers now. This is going to be a really nice gain for Loyola. Moore still on his feet. And the play will be whistled dead. Really great effort there by Jordan Moore, and he gets Loyola a 1st down.
Great job by Moore there, finding room to change a pass play into a solid gain with his legs. But it looks like that might be coming back with another flag. It looks like Moore's helmet will come off. So he'll have to come off for a play. It looks like they'll bring in backup quarterback and senior captain Mason Rush in to play quarterback for one play.
So Rush coming on to play quarterback here. Adrian Russell also goes to the sideline.
It looks like they'll be going on a goal line set with Kevon Anderson in at fullback and Trey Oakley in at running back.
Oakley gets the snap. Fights for maybe a yard.
It looks like Rush will come back out and Moore will check back in. Russell will check in for Trey Oakley. As it'll be Loyola's ball on about the 3-yard line. And it looks like they're bringing in sophomore wide receiver Vincent Serrato. Looks like so far this game they've been running with a young group of receivers, with this group especially being all freshmen and sophomores right now.
They really have. Loyola is a young team. More empty backfield. Looking over the middle. And it's going to be intercepted by Mount St. Joe. Nearly taken back for a touchdown.
And it looks
and
like
they will say touchdown.
great,
Really big play there by Amir Hall.
great job by Hall there, swooping across the middle of the field and just taking that out of Noah Bull's hands and scoring a touchdown. Looks like there's some confusion on that play. But it looks like it will be a touchdown, and MSJ will bring on their extra point team.
So Mount St. Joe wanted to attempt the extra point. After today's game, Loyola has 4 more games before the Turkey Bowl. They have Avalon on Friday, October 12th. That is here at home. Then they're at Gilman, home against John Carroll, away, Riverdale Baptist. The extra point is good. And then finally, to conclude the season, the Turkey Bowl at Towson University.
With that touchdown, MSJ will now be up 28-0 with 10 minutes remaining in the first half.
So Mount St. Joe again kicking off to Loyola. If you're Loyola here, you really got to get something going.
It looks like there's a penalty on the play, so MSJ will be kicking off from the Loyola 45-yard line.
And here is the kickoff. Back deep, that same tandem, Moore and Robinson, and this one is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback.
Not surprising there, as the kickoff will go out of the end zone. It's only had to go 45 yards into the end zone. Loyola's definitely looking to make it something big here, as they're down 28 already, not even halfway through the second quarter.
So Loyola's offense back on the field. Loyola's got an extra tight end in there. Design rollout. Moore finds his man. It's caught. Ben Schleif with the catch.
Great job there by the freshman Ben Schleif, making sure he had that ball and make sure he's moving his feet. Hopefully get that first down, which he did.
Low snap. Moore picks it up off the ground. Can't find anybody. Throws it into the ground. Incomplete.
Low snap on that play did not help Moore getting out, as he was forced to just throw it away as all the receivers were covered up. It looks like Loyola subbed out Ben Schleif and brought back in Vincent Serrato in at receiver.
And a flag. It's going to be a false start on Loyola.
Penalties have definitely been killing Loyola in this game, as they've had so many that have just brought them back and have pretty much killed drives.
Moore with Russell next to him. Callahan shifting in the backfield. And it's going to be Moore on a keeper. Out to about the 35.
Good tackle there by number 8, Connor Rudel, making sure Moore didn't get too far, as it'll be about a third and about 8 or 9 now.
Third and 8, and this is a really crucial situation here for Loyola. Moore, screen pass, Russell, he's got it. Stiff arm, gets him a couple of extra yards, but he's going to be stopped before the first down marker.
And it looks like no gain there, and Loyola will have to go back and punt the ball. Loyola have been very efficient punting the ball today with junior punter Connor Gill.
Gill punts it. And Mount St. Joe not going to make an effort to return this one. It's down by Loyola. So Mount St. Joe out for another offensive series. Atkins and Wax in the backfield. Play action. Short pass is complete.
Good job there by outside linebacker Joshua Buck. Tackling number 12, Andre Crawley, just for a short gain.
So 2nd and 8. Last play picked up 2. Atkins steps up in the pocket, and he's got his man over the middle. Across midfield, breaking tackles and still on his feet, and he's finally dragged down. Really, really nice play there. Maurice Nelson makes his second big play of the day.
Once again, Maurice Nelson finding his way open in the middle of the field and gaining big yards for Mount St. Joe, as he has forced 3 guys to tackle him on that play.
Empty backfield for Atkins. And that pass is caught. And a really nice move to gain a few extra yards. Bucci eventually brings him down. Andre Crawley, it's his second catch this drive.
Atkins has done a very good job at finding his receivers open, especially Maurice Nelson and Andre Crawley.
Hand off to Wax. Working the right side. Wax still on his feet. A nice spin move inside the 5. Touchdown, Mount St. Joe. And Wax just adds to his stats. He's had a very impressive day.
Loyola's just been having trouble all day trying to stop Marlowe Wax from making somewhat of a big play, as he does right there.
Extra point is good. 35 for Mount St. Joe and nothing for Loyola.
Loyola needs something big going for them, especially on this drive, as they're looking to at least put something up on the board, as they're now down 35 with 6:43 remaining.
Zach Euler, the kicker for the Gales. A last-minute substitution here. And Euler's ready to send this one deep. Fielded at the 5 by Jordan Moore. And here comes Moore. Brought down by a swarm of white jerseys on the 24-yard line. So Loyola with another chance offensively here. Mount St. Joe's defense has been stellar today.
Mount St. Joe's been providing a very solid rush on that defensive line, forcing Moore to pull the ball and try to make a play with his legs.
One thing that we have noticed is this season Loyola's offense has been very, very, very successful. A lot of chunk plays for them. Not the case today. Moore sets a man in motion. And he keeps it himself, makes a really nice move. And Jordan Moore fights his way to around the 45-yard line. Really, really nice play call there. And Loyola's got itself a nice gain.
And like you said earlier, Loyola has been trying to go off of chunk plays all season, and that might be one of them, as it's a big gain by Jordan Moore made with his legs.
Now what we'll see here is, can Loyola string together some first downs?
Loyola still going with that young core of receivers with Serrato, Schleif, Bull, and Tolker.
Here's Russell. Pretty nice hole, and he's out near the 40.
Solid gain of 5 there by Russell as he's able to find his way through. And Moore's helmet came off once again, and they'll have to bring back in Mason Rush.
It begs the question, will Rush throw a pass on this play? And again, Kevon Anderson coming in.
Looks like they'll also bring in seniors Andy Jarris and Thomas Kernan at receiver.
Kern's got one-on-one coverage. And it's a handoff to Oakley. And he's stopped for a minimal gain. Really good play up front for Mount St. Joe.
And it looks like they'll sub out Trey Oakley and put in freshman Micah Robinson, and they'll stick with Mason Rush in at quarterback.
Kevon Anderson also staying on the field. Thomas Kern again with one-on-one coverage. And here's the handoff. Pretty good run there by Micah Robinson. It's not going to be enough for the first down. We'll see what Loyola does here. 4th and short. Joe, I think this is a place where you got to go for it.
Definitely. With 4:55 remaining, you're already down by 35. Why not go for it? You've really got nothing to lose here.
So it's 4th and 2. Moore and Russell back out there. 4 receivers set. Moore's going to keep it. And he got the first down.
And it looks like it's going to be a close spot. But it looks like the refs might give it, and it looks like the refs have given Loyola the ball. It looks like Jordan Moore's helmet came off once again. It's the 3rd time this game. They'll have to bring back out Mason Rush.
So 1st and 10 for the Dons. 4.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Mason Rush, the Dons are sticking with him at quarterback today. Rush gets the snap, and he's going to pitch it to Russell. Ball comes out, scooped up by Mount St. Joe, and this is going to be a touchdown. Number 18, Matthew Harris running with it. 10-5, 6 points for the Gales.
And it looks like Rush was trying to run an option play on that. Was about to get hit, tried to flip it out to Russell, but threw it. Had a weird flip, but it went behind Russell. Russell wasn't able to maintain possession of it. And that became MSJ's ball, and Matthew Harris picked that up and just ran.
Loyola appeared to have something going on that drive. And it comes to a halt with the turnover and the touchdown for the Gales. Extra point is through the uprights. Exactly 4 minutes to go here in our first half. 42-0. And Joe, at this point, do you expect Loyola to maybe try to switch things up a little bit and try some new looks, some plays they've been working on in practice?
I think so, because you're down. With 4 minutes to go left in the first half, you're down 42-0. You got to look to do something different, because obviously what you have been running isn't working.
Here comes the kickoff. A little bit of a short kick. Moore's going to get it. Going straight up the middle. Nice return by Jordan Moore. One small positive Loyola can take away from this first half is their kick returns have been pretty good.
Definitely. They've had a very good time at special teams, and that's always been one of their upsides, is their special teams. But just not being able to do anything on offense is really hurting them today.
Moore gets the snap. It's a handoff. Here's Russell up the middle. finds some room to run.
It's a good gain of about 9 there for Russell as he finds a nice hole and breaks through to get a solid game for Loyola.
Noah Bull out wide left, and it's a handoff. Flag on the play as Russell pushes forward. Some extracurriculars after the play, some shoving. Flags fly.
And it looks like Troy will be coming out of the game for Loyola, and they'll bring in junior lineman Mitch McClure. MSJ also bring out senior lineman, defensive end Dominic Troisi.
So very interesting. McClure is going to get some playing time here. And the referee's still trying to sort out the calls here on the play. And so they're going to move Loyola back. Oh, and now
Looks like they're trying to figure out where the penalty's offset to. And it looks like eventually it will be a first down for Loyola.
handoff again, Russell. And Russell keeps those legs churning.
And that's one of Russell's strong suits there, is being able to keep his legs churning, as he's a large running back at 5'11", 215.
Again, they go to Russell, and this time doesn't find much.
It looks like Russell just got swarmed there by a group of about 4 Gale defenders. It looks like they'll bring him out and bring in another sophomore running back, Trey Oakley.
Third and medium for Loyola. Moore and Oakley in the backfield. Callahan also in at fullback. Noah Bull out wide left. Here's Moore. He's got a while to throw. Wants to run with it. Now looking over the top. He's got a man, and the pass is dropped.
Great play there by Moore, finding his way out of pressure and out of the pocket. Finds a great play in Schleif, but Schleif just unable to hold on to that ball as it pops out at the last second, and it'll be an incomplete pass.
And if you're Loyola, you can't even really be mad at that. I mean, that was a great effort by Moore. That play was going nowhere.
It looks like it'll be 4th down and about 5 at the 50-yard line. Split out Buck and Schleif to the left, right, and Vincent Serrato to the left.
2 players in the backfield with Moore. It's going to be a play action. Moore wants to run with it, and he will. Dives forward. Did not get to the marker. So Mount St. Joe's going to get another chance here offensively. And Joe, if you're Coach Zayu, halftime's coming up. What do you say to your guys in the locker room?
I honestly don't know. I don't think Loyola's ever been down this far in the past few years, especially at halftime. being down 42-0 right now. But Coach Zayu I can guarantee you, is not happy about how this half is going so far, and they need to turn this around.
It was Kyrie Barfield who made that last catch, and he was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Under 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Atkins gets the snap. And he's got a man. It's Dante Thornton. He's had a really big game.
Atkins has done a very good job of being able to find Thornton open during this half. Looks like that tackle is made by sophomore safety number 81, Tyler Franklin.
Atkins stepping up in the pocket, throwing over the middle, would have been a touchdown. Crawley couldn't hang on. And that was a really good throw there by Atkins. Slipped it in between two defenders.
Yeah, Atkins has done a very good job at finding these narrow windows and getting the ball through there, as he's had two Loyola defenders on numerous occasions coming in and trying to meet that ball. As on that play, he had Tyler Franklin and Mason Rush going to meet that ball.
Two wide receivers on each side, and Wax to the right of Atkins. Here's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Wax. Spin move, and he fights forward. So he's eventually brought down by Michael Lotz.
And it looks like there's a flag on the play.
Looks like this one's going to be moved back.
Looks like it'll be on MSJ, and looks like it'll be a second and about 28 for MSJ.
Deep down the field, looking for Kyrie Barfield, overthrew him.
Great throw there by Atkins, as he's done a great job of launching the ball downfield on a line. Just a little overthrown there for Barfield.
Micah Robinson was on the coverage.
.111 remaining in the first half. Loyola still down 42-0 and is now third and about 23 for MSJ.
Two wide receivers again on each side, and Wax in the backfield with Atkins. Here's Atkins. Throws over the top. He's got a man. He's open. Kyrie Barfield got it this time. He beat Micah Robinson. Touchdown Gales.
Loyola's just had a difficult time stopping the sophomore quarterback, Billy Atkins, as he has had a spectacular game, as he finds Kyrie Barfield for a great throw.
I'm going to say Joe going to switch it up a little bit. Zach Euler's going to take the extra point, not Atkins this time. And Euler easily puts this one through.
It looks like Dom Cuomo almost blocked that kick, but Euler gets it off just in time.
So a tough half so far for Loyola. They've got 1 minute to make something happen here. So, Joe, minutes ago, Loyola does have some timeouts to work with. What do you do offensively? You got to get some points on the board here.
I think Loyola's got to look to make a big play and look to get something on that board. If it's a field goal or a touchdown, I don't even think Coach Zayus matters. Coach Zayu cares as long as he's getting something up on that board.
kickoff. It's a deep kick fielded by Moore.
Looks like they'll call a touchback on that play, and it'll be Loyola ball at the 20-yard line.
And so Loyola's offense now coming out into the field. Moore, Micah Robinson in the backfield. Trips to the right. Vincent Serrato. And now Robinson has moved. Moore by himself in the backfield, looking long down the middle of the field, underthrown, and it's intercepted. And ran back. This is a big play for Mount St. Joe. A flag comes down. Touchdown, Amir Hall. The second big play Hall's made today. However, this one might be coming back.
Not what you're looking for there for Loyola, is that might put you down by more than 50 points at the half. But it looks like that might be coming back because of a block in the back, and it will be coming back as there was a block in the back call on MSJ.
So that is the second time today that a defensive touchdown for the Gales has been brought back due to a block in the back.
Looks like Loyola is just trying to get out of the half out of the half unscathed, and hopefully just try to make something happen on this play. And even though MSJ is up 49-0, it looks like they're still keeping their starters in, but it looks like they're just about to take a knee.
Atkins takes the knee. They might have to knee it one more time before this half can come to a close. So the clock runs.
And it looks like MSJ is not going to take a knee, and they're just going to let the clock run out. And with that, Loyola is down 49-0 going into halftime. For Carson Ware, I'm Joe Eldridge.
Loyola Blakefield has educated boys in the Jesuit tradition since 1852. Each year, another group of us leaves the hollow as men for others with unlimited potential. We forge our own paths, spreading far and wide to make our mark upon the world. We represent multiple generations and possess unique gifts. but all Dons are bound by one common thread, a transformation that was kindled right here at Loyola Blakefield. As we go forth and set the world on fire, we must never forget where that spark came from. Together, we must lay the foundation for future generations of Loyola Dons. Together, we will ignite.
welcome all of you back. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. We are bringing you coverage of today's game between the Dons and the Gales. Gales lead 49-0 currently after one half of play. Joe, what did you see from Mount St. Joe in the first half?
Mount St. Joe just completely took over with sophomore quarterback Billy Atkins and junior running back Marlo Wax, as Wax had three touchdowns running and Atkins with 3 in the air.
Second half just about to start here. Loyola will kick off to Mount St. Joe. So we'll see here. Loyola's got one half. They got to make something happen.
Let's just hope Loyola can get something going, even if it's just on special teams.
Connor Gill's going to send this one deep. It's going to go in the end zone for a touchback.
Great kick there by Connor Gill as he puts that almost 10 yards deep into the end zone.
So MSJ will start the second half. They've got the ball.
It looks like they'll bring in backup quarterback junior number 17, Ryan Mills. Let's see what Mills can do. Mills is a little smaller at only 5'11" and about 140 pounds. But Mills still has a really good arm.
Whistles before the play here. It's going to be an official timeout.
And it looks like a penalty because his knees are not covered as he rolled up his knee pads. Or excuse me, it's blood.
Mills gets the snap. And here's the handoff. And Samaj Henson was hit pretty hard there. Picked up a couple yards.
Looks like it will be still about 2nd and 10. It looks like Loyola is just trying to get something going on defense as they haven't been able to get anything going for them.
Snap to Mills. And again, they hand it off. Pretty nice gain for Henson.
Looks like it'll be a 3rd and about 5 for MSJ.
Trips to the left. And again, a whistle before the play.
It looks like it'll be a delay of game on Ryan Mills. And that'll back the Gales up 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Not the way you want to start off the second half if you're MSJ. With your quarterback not seeing the play clock and not getting the ball off in time.
Here's the handoff. Really nice play there by Kevon Anderson. They got him in the backfield.
Anderson's been doing a very good job of getting through that line and looking to make a big stop.
And Anderson doing it both ways, offensively and defensively. He's played on both sides of the ball today. 4th down for Mount St. Joe, and Atkins is on the punt.
Looks like they're honing in. And it looks like they're going to go for it and bring in their starters.
Some movement.
Looks like Atkins used a hard count. Got Alex Chachula and Kean Callahan to jump.
So that's going to make things slightly easier here for the Gales. It'll be 4th and 6 now.
And it looks like Atkins will drop back the punt.
And Atkins shanks this one. It's going to go onto the Mount St. Joe sideline.
It looks like he just whiffed that as it went about maybe 10 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. It'll be, 5 yards, and it'll be Loyola first down at the MSJ 30. Loyola being given great field position here.
So Loyola's offense now on the field. So a little bit of change here on the offensive line. Mike Lotz and Mitch McClure now playing the tackles. The snap to Moore. Looks for his man, and he's got him.
Finds bench life for a solid game of about 5. Second and 5 now for the Dons. To MSJ 25.
Moore on a keeper. Cuts it back inside, and he's dragged down.
Looks like Moore will gain about 1 or 2 yards.
Coming up on 7 minutes here to go in the third quarter.
And I think for Loyola, if you can't get it on this third down, you might have to try to kick that field goal. Just get something up on the board.
Moore with Russell to his left. 2 receivers on each side. Low snap for Moore. He handles it, steps up in the pocket, throws on the run, and it's caught. And inside the 10 goes bench life.
Great job by Moore there, stepping up in the pocket, avoiding the pressure, and finding Schleif crossing the field wide open as he gets to about the 7-yard line.
And it would just be a huge relief for Loyola if they could score here.
And it looks like Loyola will bring in sophomore receiver Joshua Buck in.
Moore takes a snap and a flag.
And it looks like it will be offsides on MSJ. And that'll push him even closer to the goal line. And that'll put them at about the 2-yard line.
So Loyola now looking to punch it into the end zone. Adrian Russell in the slot. Moore, empty backfield. He's going to keep it. And now some extracurricular activity after the play. Pushing and shoving, flags thrown.
And it looks like it was center Trevor Madigan in there with Adrian Russell trying to pull him out.
And somebody lost a helmet there. That's what you got to watch out for sometimes. When it's a blowout like this, things can get chippy. One side really frustrated. So that's going to push the Dons back a little bit.
And Loyola looking at what they're going to have to do, as Madigan might be getting pulled out of this game. And it looks like they will be offsetting penalties.
So that run by Moore did get Loyola up to the 1. So they're a yard away The penalty is offset, so it doesn't impact the length of the field that Loyola has to work with. More hands off.
And it looks like Russell will be spotted at about the half-yard line.
And Russell's frustrated. He thought he got in. And the officials are going to say that he was, in fact, short of the end zone.
Looks like it will be about 3rd and goal from about the half-yard line for Loyola.
So 3rd and goal. Kevon Anderson coming in again to play fullback. Moore going to keep it. Tries to stretch the ball.
And it looks like they'll say Moore did not get anywhere. It will be 4th down at the half-yard line. I think Loyola's going to go for it. There's nothing to lose. If you get stopped here, MSJ will not have very good field position.
And this is honestly a smart call here by Coach Zayu. If they get in, touchdown. If they do not, MSJ gets the ball at the half-yard line. Looks like a little bit of confusion here. All right, now they've got the play call. Anderson again playing fullback. I think we also got a tight end on the field. Robinson.
Looks like Robinson will try to make something.
Attempts to reverse field, and he's taken down for a big loss. Big stop there by the Gales.
Not what Loyola is looking for as they lose almost 10 yards on that play.
And with that, Mount St. Joe now has not comfortable field position, but it's a lot better than the half-yard line.
MSJ will still be sticking with junior quarterback Ryan Mills.
We've got about just under 2 minutes remaining now in the 3rd quarter. Mount St. Joe still has not broken the huddle. Now here they are. It's going to be Mills in the backfield with Henson. And a whistle. And miscue there. Fumble. Mount St. Joe does recover. They might lose a yard or two on that play.
Looks like it was just a high snap, and Mills wasn't able to handle it. And it'll be MSJ ball on about the 4-yard line.
And here's the handoff. Loyola's there to stop it. Samaj Henshin went nowhere on that play.
Looks like MSJ is trying to figure out something to do as they're pushed back on their own 4-yard line. 3rd down and about 14.
This might be the last play here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 15, Mount St. Joe. Mills, it's a bit of a high snap again. It's a handoff. And Henson was stopped after a gain of about 1 or 2. So it's going to be 4th down. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. We will be right back to give you coverage of the final quarter. I'm Carson. With me is Joe Eldridge. be back. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. There's a flag on the play, and we are just about to get started here with the fourth quarter.
And it looks like there will be a timeout on the play.
So, Joe, obviously a tough game for Loyola. Still a quarter to go, but what are some things they can work on to have this not happen again next game?
They're definitely going to need to work on blocking those inside gaps because that's where they got burned most of this game. And they definitely got to work on that covering the middle on those very good running backs like Marlo Wax, who they just had trouble stopping as he made a couple big runs.
So the starter's back in for MSJ.
It looks like they're going to bring Atkins back to punt the ball.
A little bit of a better punt here for Atkins. And Loyola's not going to touch it.
Solid punt there by Atkins. It'll be Loyola ball at the 50-yard line.
Dante Thornton was the one that downed it. So they'll give Loyola the ball. We'll call it at midfield.
It looks like Loyola's still going to be working with that starting core, minus Bennett Traoré, who's not coming back in this game, and they will be having Mitch McClure in at left tackle.
That has been one strong suit this year for Loyola, their offensive line. Moore with Russell right next to him. Russell runs a route out in the flat. Moore looks toward the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Noah Bull on that one.
Loyola still running with that young core of receivers and running backs this game, as they've got 2 freshmen, 2 sophomore receivers in, and a sophomore quarterback and running back in.
Moore. Looking, pressure coming in. He escapes and throws, and he's got his man. Ben Schleif. And Schleif has had a nice game today. He's got a couple catches.
And a great job on that play by Moore, evading the sack on that pressure coming from the outside from the right side and finding Schleif open on the run.
Moore. Pressure coming in. And he's going to go to the sideline.
It looks like Moore finds a gain of about 3 for the Dons. Moore is just looking for a receiver coming across the field, couldn't find one.
Trips to the left. And here's Moore. Moore's looking end zone. One-on-one coverage. A flag is thrown. The catch is made. And we may be looking at an offensive pass interference call here.
Moore did a good job of lofting that up to Henry Tolker, who caught the ball, but it looked like he tried to make a little too much space and pushed off the MSJ defender. Looks like he pushed off number 27, cornerback Jabari Eccles. And it looks like it might be defensive pass interference called. And it looks like Loyola declined that penalty and take the ball at about the 4-yard line.
Moore and Russell in the backfield. Trips again to the left. Moore looking left. Throws over the middle. He's got his man. And that is Ben Schleif for the Loyola touchdown. So the Dons get on the board.
I think a little bit of joy there for Loyola as they finally get up on the board as Ben Schleif scores his first touchdown of the season.
That's a really nice throw by Moore. Stay composed in the pocket. And he found Ben Schleif on a slant over the middle.
They'll bring in senior kicker Caleb Sanders in for the extra point. Looks like a bad hold there by Moore as the ball slips off the tee. And Sanders kicks it just straight across on the ground. And with that missed extra point, Loyola now will only be down by 43 as the score is now 49-6.
So Loyola is going to be kicking off now to Mount St. Joe. And the Dons scored a touchdown on that drive, Joe. What'd you see?
I like the urgency that Loyola started to have as they know there is a running clock because MSJ is up by 35, by more than 35. So they realize they need some urgency on this play. And they eventually found Schleif open in the end zone as Moore finds a nice window.
So it's going to be Gill to make the kick. Kevon Anderson now coming onto the field.
On Gill's first kickoff, he did a very good job of nailing it deep into the end zone.
And the kick is it's bobbled. And now getting to the outside and finally dragged down. Right around the 20.
Great job there by Thomas Bethune. And it looks like Colby Young, senior defensive end, is a little shaken up on that play.
So we've got about 6 minutes remaining in this game here. And Mount St. Joe with the ball. And this Loyola defense out on the field, it's been a long day for them.
Loyola's been changing up their secondary and linebackers all day as they've now subbed in Dom Cuomo in at corner.
Hart takes the snap and hands it off. And a stiff arm around the 20. There is a flag on the play. Samaj Henson with a nice run on that one.
Good job there by Ben Schleif and Dom Cuomo pushing Henson out of bounds. It looks like it'll be a penalty on Mason Rush. And that'll back Loyola, that'll give MSJ about 5 yards.
So Mount St. Joe breaks the huddle and they're ready. And here's the handoff. Myron Austin with a pretty nice gain there.
It looks like MSJ's moved Ryan Mills to wide receiver and has brought in third-string freshman quarterback Robert Hart in to play.
And we just wanted to take this time to thank all of you for tuning into today's broadcast. And we wanted to thank all the members of the crew. Matt Moore on the camera, Darian Anderson, the producer, of course, Mr. Nitty, the leader of this club, myself, and Joe Eldridge. Thank you very much. And it's a handoff.
Good tackle there by Trey Oakley as he finds where Henson's running the ball and meets him there for a gain of about 10, and it'll give MSJ a first down.
So Samaj Henson has come on. Replacement for Wax, and he's had himself a pretty good game. Designed quarterback run, and Loyola stops it for a short gain.
Good job there by Loyola's defense meeting hard at the line of scrimmage, allowing him not to go anywhere.
MSJ in the huddle. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this game. It's a pass, and it's complete. Nice hit there by Noah Bull.
Great route there by Kai Herbert as he creates just enough separation to make that catch.
So we're coming up on the 2-minute mark remaining in this ball game. Trips to the right for Mount St. Joe. Loyola sends pressure off the edge. It's a handoff. Good job there by Loyola. They stopped the run.
Great job there by outside linebacker Jordan Elbert coming around from the backside and taking off full speed, going untouched and hitting Henson for a gain of about 1, and it'll now be 4th down.
And we'll see what Mount St. Joe does here on 4th down.
And it looks like MSJ will go for it. Looks like MSJ will go empty backfield.
2 receivers on it. Trips to the right, 2 on the left side. It's a throw. He's hit as he throws. Kern bats it up in the air, and it's caught. Crazy play there. Samaj Henson eventually ends up with the ball. But will it be enough for the 1st down? We're under a minute left in this one.
It'll be a timeout Loyola. And with that timeout, we will go to a short break.
Back. I'm Carson Ware. With me is Joe Eldridge. We've got 41 seconds remaining in this game. Loyola's got the ball. They just called a timeout.
And it looks like the rest are talking with Loyola's coach, Robert Wright, trying to figure something out.
Snap to Moore. Pressure off the edge. He feels it, steps up in the pocket, and now he's going to run. And Jordan Moore turning it upfield, and he's going to go down. 30 seconds on the clock, and Loyola is going to call another timeout.
Smart play there by Moore. Getting out of the pocket. His pocket eventually collapsed, finding room and getting a 1st down and making the smart move by sliding.
So this game just about over. Loyola's going to try to run a couple more plays. So Joe, this game almost over. If you're Loyola, what are you trying to do here offensively? Are you just trying to try some plays out that maybe you don't know if they're going to work or not? You were just working on them in practice?
I think Loyola's just trying to look to get in the end zone right now and hopefully get at least 13 on the board and hopefully try to eliminate that 43-point deficit right now. But Loyola really can't do much with only 28 seconds remaining. But Loyola's just trying to look to improve for that next game at home against the Avalon School.
Moore, play action. Steps up in the pocket. Now rolls out, throws, diving attempt for the catch. And with running clock, Loyola's going to try to get another playoff here.
Good attempt there by Serrato on trying to catch the ball, but the ball's just a little overthrown. Looks like Loyola's trying to rush and get a playoff.
And this will be the last play of the game. All players go to the end zone. The clock runs out, hits zeros. Moore, incomplete. And with that, Mount St. Joe takes the W here at Blakefield. The final score, 49-6. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Carson Ware, Joe Eldridge with me. Have a good night, everybody.